Welcome to our journey on mastering emotional detachment in trading. Whether you're a seasoned trader or just starting out, understanding how to manage your emotions can be the key to consistent success in the markets. Let's dive in. In my early trading days, I was on an emotional roller coaster. Every winning trade felt like a victory parade, and every loss felt like a personal failure. My mood, my confidence, even my daily life was dictated by the ups and downs of my trades. Sound familiar? If you've ever felt emotionally drained by trading, you're not alone. But here's the truth. Until you learn to detach emotionally, you will never trade consistently. Let's dive into how I broke free from this cycle and how you can too. The first thing I had to realize was that my emotions weren't the problem. Emotions are natural. They are part of being human. The problem was that I was letting them control my decisions instead of the other way around. The moment I understood this, I knew that if I wanted to be successful in trading, I needed to learn how to manage my emotions, not eliminate them. Trading triggers deep psychological responses: fear, greed, excitement, frustration. Why? Because money isn't just currency, it represents security, freedom, and even self-worth for many of us. When a trade goes against us, it feels like more than just losing money, it feels personal. I used to believe that if I worked hard enough, if I studied the charts long enough, I could avoid losses altogether. But that belief was toxic. It made me resist reality. And every time I lost, I would double down, trying to force the market to give me what I wanted. That was a losing battle. The market doesn't care how much effort you put in. It operates on probabilities, not emotions. Once I realized that my emotional attachment wasn't really about the trades themselves, but about my deeper fears and desires, I started to shift my perspective. I began seeing trades as probabilities, not personal judgments. No single trade determined my worth as a trader. No single trade could make or break my career. The only thing that mattered was following my edge consistently over time. One of the biggest mindset shifts I made was detaching from trade outcomes. Instead of asking, did I win or lose? I started asking, did I follow my plan? This changed everything. At first, it was difficult. Every part of me wanted to measure my success by how much money I was making. But I started to realize that focusing on money was making me irrational. It was making me chase trades that weren't part of my strategy. It was making me over-leverage because I wanted bigger wins. It was making me hesitate because I was scared of losing. The moment I stopped obsessing over whether a trade was green or red and started focusing on executing my strategy flawlessly, my emotional swings disappeared. The only thing you can control in trading is how well you execute your plan. Everything else is just noise. I had to start trusting that if I followed my system, the profits would take care of themselves over time. I used to stare at my trades like my life depended on them. Every tick felt like a signal to act, every fluctuation triggered anxiety. But over-monitoring trades is a fast track to emotional exhaustion. The best thing I did, I walked away. Once I placed my trade, I let it play out without staring at the screen. I started trusting my analysis instead of micromanaging every move. The result? Less stress, better execution, and more clarity. I started setting alerts instead of watching the charts obsessively. I made sure my stop loss and take profit were in place so that I didn't have to manually close trades out of fear or excitement. Over time, I began to trust my own strategy more. I realized that constantly checking my trades wasn't actually helping me. It was just feeding my anxiety. No trader wins 100% of the time. Losses are part of the game, but most traders treat them like failures. That mindset is dangerous. The moment I started treating losses as a cost of doing business rather than personal defeats, everything changed. A store owner doesn't panic over paying rent, it's just part of the business. Traders need to view losses the same way. This shift didn't happen overnight. I had to train myself to stop reacting emotionally to losses. I started reviewing my losing trades with curiosity instead of frustration. I asked myself, did I follow my rules? If so, was there something to learn? If not, what can I improve? By shifting my focus from winning to improving, I started making real progress. Losses became data points, not emotional setbacks. They helped me refine my edge instead of destroying my confidence. Trading without a plan is like driving blindfolded. It's reckless. I used to enter trades based on feelings or excitement, and of course, I'd be emotionally attached because I had no clear rules. When I started predefining my entry, exit, and risk levels before taking a trade, my emotions lost their power over me. I wasn't reacting to the market anymore. I was simply following my plan. And that's how you build your confidence in trading. I made a rule. If I didn't have a solid reason for entering a trade, I wouldn't take it. If I felt unsure about my stop loss, I wouldn't trade. If I wasn't willing to accept the risk, I wouldn't enter. This discipline protected me from impulsive decisions and helped me develop emotional detachment. Mastering emotional detachment in trading isn't about shutting off emotions. It's about managing them. Focus on execution, step away from the screen, accept losses as part of the game, and always trade with a plan. Your emotions will always be there, but they don't have to control you. The more you practice detachment, the more you'll realize that trading is just a game of probabilities. It's not about winning every trade, it's about executing consistently and letting the numbers work in your favor over time. Which of these mindset shifts do you struggle with the most? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more trading psychology insights. Let's grow together.